Welcome to Manifest Beyond Limits, the podcast that helps you break free from fear and self-doubt so you can create a life filled with abundance, joy, and fulfillment. I'm your host, Anaja, manifestation coach, speaker, and believer in limitless possibility. Each week, we'll dive into the mindset shifts, energetic principles, and manifestation tools that help you step into your power and design a reality that truly lights you up. Because here, we believe there are no limits, and anything is possible. You ready? Let's manifest beyond limits. Welcome to episode 11 of the Manifest Beyond Limits podcast. So as you can see, today is Wednesday. Well, if you're listening to this on the day the episode was released, but I decided for 2026 that I want to start publishing 2 episodes a week so I can provide more content, grow the podcast, and help more people who are actively searching for manifestation podcasts to find me. And when I first got into manifestation, I remember binge listening to so many manifestation podcasts and eventually finding my favorites. And my goal is that as I add more content, people will find this podcast and look to me as a go-to resource and guide as well. So with that being said, I thought it would be really powerful to start a series on the universal laws, because these laws are the foundation of manifestation and how the universe actually works. And today, I want to start at the source of it all, the Law of Divine Oneness. So the Law of Divine Oneness states that everything is connected. Every person, every thought, every experience, every desire, every moment. Nothing exists in isolation. And this law teaches us that separation is an illusion and that we're all part of the same unified whole. So instead of thinking about everything as separate, I want you to imagine a puzzle. So every puzzle piece looks different, has its own shape, its own place. And on its own, one puzzle piece might not make sense. It can feel incomplete or like something is missing. But every single piece belongs to the same picture. You are one piece of the puzzle. Other people are pieces. Your desires are pieces. Your experiences are pieces. Nothing is random, and nothing is separate. So just because you're holding one piece in your hand doesn't mean the picture is unfinished or wrong. It just means that you can't see the whole thing yet. And manifestation works the exact same way. So you're not calling in something from outside of yourself. You're aligning with the pieces that already belong to the same puzzle. So the Law of Divine Oneness teaches us that the full picture already exists, even if you can only see your piece right now. So instead of asking, how do I make this happen? Or why don't I have this yet? A better question would be, how do I align with where my piece fits? Because when you're aligned, then the puzzle comes together naturally. So this is why manifestation isn't about forcing outcomes. It's not about convincing God or the universe to give you something. It's not about hustling harder or proving your worth. It's about remembering that you are already connected to what you desire. Your inner world and your outer world are not separate. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your energy and nervous system are all part of the same system. And when you shift internally, the external world responds. Not because you made it happen, but because alignment happened. And this is also why self-concept is so important. Because if you see yourself as disconnected or separate from what you desire, then you will feel like you're constantly chasing it. But when you remember the Law of Divine Oneness, you stop chasing because you realize that you're not separate from what you wanted in the first place. And this law also applies to how we treat others. And this is something that I'm actively working on as well. But there is no separation between the energy that you direct outwards and what you then experience inward. So whatever moves through you towards others becomes a part of your lived experience. So when you judge someone else, your body doesn't know that you're talking about them. It only feels judgment. And when you show love, your body learns that love is safe, available, and meant for you too. So what you give to others, you give to yourself. Because there is no other. There is only one. So to bring it all together, the law of divine oneness is the foundation of all the other universal laws. It reminds us that you're not behind, you're not disconnected, and you're not separate from what you desire. You are already part of the same system. And so your job isn't to force the picture to come together, it's to align with your place within that picture. And so in the next episodes of this series, I'm going to continue breaking down the universal laws and how you can apply them to manifestation in your life. So if this episode resonated, take a breath, let yourself feel the connection. And remember, you're not trying to become something you're not. You're remembering who you already are. And I'll talk to you in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode of Manifest Beyond Limits. I hope you're leaving feeling inspired, empowered, and ready to take aligned action toward your next level. If this episode spoke to your heart, it would mean the world if you shared it with someone who needs to hear it, or left a quick review to help more beautiful souls find this space. And if you'd like to stay connected, you can find me on Instagram at Manifest Beyond Limits, or visit manifestbeyondlimits.com to dive deeper into my world. And remember, you are powerful, you are supported, and there are no limits to what you can create. With that being said, go out there and manifest a life that's truly beyond limits.